warmth. Your level of warmth and the degree to which you can exude warmth is going to be in direct proportion to how well you are integrated and centered in your feminine essence. So, what is warmth all about? And what is in the opposite of, and what is in contrast to warmth? And how come that when you bloom beyond perfectionism as a woman, you actually unlock this greater warmth within yourself that not only feels warm for yourself, but also exudes beyond you into your environment and into your relationships and into whatever you do? When I say warmth, what is it that you think of? What is it that you imagine? What picture do you get when I say warmth? When I say warmth, for me, what comes to mind is the sun, is the sunshine. It is that warm atmosphere in which the sun and sunflowers exudes beyond them. And it's not because they are perfect. It is because they are centered. And the very same is happening with human beings, with women, with you and me, with everyone when we exude warmth. So, having warmth when you are centered in your feminine essence, which is that of the receptive energy, means that you not only exude kindness, like the sun, but openness, like the ocean. People feel welcomed and appreciated in your presence when you allow yourself to exude warmth. And for you to exude this warmth, it first has to be centered within you, that you yourself are so in alignment that warmth is a natural byproduct of it. It really comes from your essence, this warmth. So when you are living in alignment with your feminine essence, with your essence of the seeds that are within you, warmth is going to be authentic. Also, when you exude this warmth, you don't make people feel as if though their presence is an imposition or unwanted, right? Charisma comes to mind. And, as a woman, when you're charismatic, it just means that you have this compelling, warm aura around you that allows for yourself and others to surrender. And that is very much in contrast to when you are being uptight, tense, and strict, which is oftentimes what happens when you are kind of coming from that perfectionistic way of looking at the world and yourself and all of that. So warmth, on the other hand, makes people comfortable, or it at least creates the space for more comfortability around you. And oftentimes, too, it makes it so that others would prefer to be around you instead of being absent from you, right? That is just the way it is with the sun. What happens when it's sunshine outside? Most people would want to be in the sun and go outside and be near the sun. Whereas when it's raining, most people would just go inside. Yeah. And, in order to keep a warm person around, typically we would go an extra mile, in order to be devoted to that energy. And on the other hand, when we're cold or we're harsh, people prefer to avoid that and not interact with it. But here's the thing. Warmth and coldness are not opposites as far as it might look like it, but the thing is that the degree to which you're able to exude warmth is going to also be in direct proportion to how cold you have ever felt or how much coldness you're able to feel within yourself. So it's so crucial to not only be out there and exude this warmth, and it's all about the warmth, but actually also embrace that need to go within, to contemplate, to be in your own energy, to recharge your energy. Just like the sun is not up all the time, it goes down and it sets, and then it rises again. It goes down and then it sets and goes up again, right? So in the very same way, you get to embrace this for yourself. So it takes that you're in tune with yourself, with your seasons, and that you allow yourself to recharge this warmth within you, because that's all that it is. It's just recharging that energy and exuding from that place. Also, when I think of warmth, it really comes down to too that you're acknowledging the presence of someone when someone enters the room, and it might be a smile to them to acknowledge their presence. And having a generous spirit, you can exude warmth through giving someone genuine praise. If you feel like that is, something that could add value to them, and really just, allowing for that energy to be exchanged there, where celebration is there too. You typically would go outside and celebrate when it's sunshine. Most people would really celebrate then, and it's the same thing with you. When you're exuding warmth, you can see it in people's eyes when they feel at peace and that they can kind of like surrender and celebrate in and around you, and time kind of just floats away. So in the very same way, you can actually exude warmth by kind of allowing these like petty disagreements or whatever to not kind of get to you as easily, and being able to observe them and being able to look at others' perspective from their point of view as well, and allowing yourself to kind of be patient. That is also something that comes with warmth. And kind of assuming, that most people actually have others' best intentions at hand, and just coming from that place rather than constantly looking for what others might do harmful to you. And when you come from that place of good intention, then you're also more likely to feel it, more likely to find it, and it's more likely to come your way, because what you focus on, you do attract in some way, shape, or form. Now, warmth has to be genuine, right? It has to come from this place of centeredness and balance. And this is exactly why Blooming Beyond Perfectionism is about choosing brightness, bravery, and balance. Because when you're balanced within yourself, when you're able to balance your energies and tune into your seasons, etc., then this warmth is a byproduct of it. It's not faked, it's authentic. Warmth can easily be faked when you're just masking your real truth, right? So you can put a smile on your face, but deep down, you are not in alignment with how you'd like to spend your time, what you value, what kind of life you're creating for yourself, right? So really going from within and letting your feminine essence exude from there to the without, and not the opposite way around. Also, when we think of warmth, the opposite of that would be manipulation. And manipulation comes from a cold and hardened heart. And it comes from someone who wants to achieve goals and take things off the list, regardless of people's comfort. And the opposite to that would be warmth, where you then take into consideration those around you and where you are able to also recognize the heart within hearts. Recognize that everyone has got a heart just like yours and that all of our hearts are interconnected and that your energy has an influence on those around you. You know, instead of thinking constantly that you got to be right and that someone else has to be wrong about something, which is a very perfectionistic black and white paradigm, coming from the assumption that there are several truths, there are several points of view, and we get to learn from each other and we get to accept each other for where we're at on our individual journeys and collective journey as well. And having this understanding and coming from this place, it softens you. It also then gets you more in contact with this warmth within you that get to exude from that place. Now, ultimately, warmth comes from genuine appreciation and love for things. Love for yourself, love for others, love for nature. Genuine appreciation and gratitude exudes warmth. You can't help but feel more warm when you're in that place. And so even, let's say in a funeral, when someone stands up there and holds a speech, it exudes warmth despite the cold environment of someone passing. And so it's not about the environment, it's about the intention and the heart in which you're able to kind of speak from, that you're able to kind of present from, that you're able to create from and love from. So you can tap into warmth regardless of the environment that you're in, right? Now, if you don't like people, generally speaking, and think that most people are inherently undeserving of your kindness, then that is going to influence the degree to which you're able to exude warmth. Whereas, on the other hand, if you find appreciation in someone else's presence, then that is going to exude warmth. And so jealousy and vainglory have no party at all with warmth. Nothing is as, cold when someone is kind of comparing oneself to another. I think that is the definition of what cold is, because it creates a sense of separation. And this is exactly why so many high performers with perfectionism feel very much at unease, because the comparison is going to be eating at you and it's going to exude from you too. So being able to acknowledge whenever there's jealousy, whenever there is envy, whenever there is anything like that, as far as comparison is concerned, being able to actually observe that and allow that to help you recognize what it is within yourself that you are not embodying, that you are looking outside of yourself for. Because ultimately, that's all that life is. It's just a mirror. So then being able to rather look at what everyone else is doing through that perspective or that lens that everyone is out there, on their own journeys, and that you get to do your own journey, and that you get to kind of exude warmth as you let yourself be inspired by others and let it kind of balance out your own energy. But ultimately, your energy is the one that is going to exude the most warmth when you are in center there, when you're centered in that unique frequency and vibrancy that you are. Typically, too, you're able to exude more warmth when you are in your own presence, in your own energy. Because if you're constantly in and around other people all of the time without setting any boundaries whatsoever, any Bloom boundaries, which I talk a lot about in the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program, if you don't have those boundaries, that energy is going to just spread all over. And there's going to be lots of energetic cords here and there and everywhere that subconsciously or unconsciously drains your energy. Whereas if you rather kind of allow yourself to exude that energy, recognize within yourself when it's time for you to also return within, contain that energy, and recharge it. See? So warmth is like the sun. It's like the sunflower. And you are a sunflower. You're a bloomer. You're a boss bloomer. You're a beautiful light. And just like a light, you can exude warmth. And this is a huge part of feminine essence. I really am so grateful for being here and sharing these feminine virtues with you. And this is just one of the feminine virtues and feminine forms of essence that there is, that you get to tap into at any time. And I would love to support you in being able to tap into this for yourself as well and see your reality shift accordingly. Because it is truly magnetic to embody this warmth and to shine from that place. So you can join the Bloom Beyond tribe for me to support you and coach you in being able to tap into this warmth and really, truly surrender into your feminine essence as a woman. And obviously, warmth is something that every single one of us get to embody, both women and men. But it's something unique and very special about women embodying this warmth. So go to bloombeyond.com/apply to join the Bloom Beyond tribe for a free monthly cohort. Would love to have you in there. We're both, sunflowers, which are free guests for 1 month. And then also we have bloomers and boss bloomers that are, paid clients of our paid programs, Bloom Beyond Perfectionism and Bloom Beyond Mastermind. And I'm so excited to be able to read where you're at in your own journey and see how I can support you in bridging the gap between your current and desired situation when it comes to overcoming perfectionism and really coming into your feminine essence. I'm sending you so much light and love. Stay bright, brave, and balanced.